At exactly 10 a.m. local time, U.S. forces were tracking a suspicious vessel, a go-fast boat cutting through the open ocean at nearly 50 knots. Most fishing boats barely hit 12 knots. This wasn't fishing. This was flight. What the crew didn't know was that they'd already been spotted 2 hours earlier. Inside the boat, the smugglers were confident. Same route, same boat, same payoff. It was their 18th run. Under the blue tarp sat cargo worth an estimated $42 million on the street. After the cartel's cut, each man would pocket around $2 million, a life-changing score. For Mercury, outboards roared at full throttle, pushing them through open blue water, 140 miles offshore. No other vessels in sight. It felt like freedom, but above them, at 25,000 feet, an HC-130J Super Hercules had been circling since dawn. Its radar picked up their abnormal track hours ago, too fast, off normal shipping lanes, and running dark with no AIS. By 9:45 a.m., the boat locked into a straight line heading north. The tactical coordinator radioed encrypted, "Kimball, this is Eyes 1, target steady at 50 knots, recommend launch of interdiction assets." Within seconds, the info rippled through the network. Joint Interagency Task Force South, DEA liaisons, and the cutter Kimball. The smugglers were fast, but Kimball didn't need to match their speed. At that pace, their fuel would burn out in about 4 hours. The Coast Guard helicopter would get there first. The go-fast boat was likely racing toward a mother ship or a drop point near shore, a classic cartel tactic. But they had already crossed into a zone where the Coast Guard had a proven playbook. Hitting a moving engine block from a moving helicopter isn't easy, except for one team. The Hytron unit has done it hundreds of times. At 11 o'clock, an MH-65E Dolphin lifted off Kimball's deck. Its twin turbomeca engines gave it the speed and endurance to intercept. 20 minutes later, the co-pilot spotted the telltale white rooster tail of 4 outboards on full blast. The smugglers were zigzagging, burning fuel, but they had no idea they'd been tracked all morning. Zigzagging is an old trick meant to confuse surface interceptors. But a helicopter flies in straight lines, cutting angles. The math was against them. Inside the boat, they were likely calculating too. For Mercury, 300 horsepower engines burn around 25 gallons each per hour. After 2 hours, they'd already spent half their fuel. The mother ship was 3 hours away. Someone had miscalculated. The helicopter, on the other hand, had plenty of fuel and could refuel at sea. Time was now the Coast Guard's greatest weapon. The MH-65 dropped to 500 feet, settling 500 meters off the stern, close enough to control the situation but out of small arms range. Then came the first escalation, the LRAD, a long-range acoustic device capable of hitting 162 dB. "This is the United States Coast Guard. Stop your vessel immediately," blasted in English and Spanish. The gunner opened up with an M240B machine gun, stitching the water just ahead of the bow. Most crews stop here. The gunner swapped the M240B for a Barrett .50 cal rifle. Silence. They were dead in the water. The boat, declared stateless under international law, became evidence. The boarding team doused the deck with accelerant, likely the same fuel the smugglers had carried, and ignited a flare. Flames ripped across the fiberglass.